It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.
Hey guys, welcome back to my shop tonight. No green screen because I'm wearing a snazzy Christmas sweater that's green. It would just look ridiculous. Tonight I want to let you know how to clean a Santa suit and tell you a little quick story behind it. I'll give you the Cliff's Notes. I bought this Santa suit back in 2009. You see my little buddy back there. He's wearing, or she's wearing it. It's actually a female mannequin. I bought it back in 2009 whenever I was DJing and I was an entertainer, and I would dress up Christmas first as Santa Claus for adults and children alike, and had a great time doing that for a few years. I really, really enjoyed it, and I feel like I was pretty good because I'm actually good with children and adults. Well, you know, I am an adult, so I can relate. But anyway, I get a call today, and they want me to, they asked me if I was still doing Santa Claus, and they asked me to do this group of autistic kids that I used to work with. Of course, they're not the same kids. It's a different group, but it's the same people, just different kids. So I'm like, I'd really like to, but my Santa Claus suit has been mothballed for about 5 years. And because I retired from DJing quite a while ago, plus not to mention, there's, in this area, the people that play Santa Claus, they pretty much have it like cinched up where they're going to be. They play favorites. Honestly, in this area, there's only one good Santa Claus that I know of. One out of all the places and people play Santa Claus, there's only one dude. The guy's name is Mark. If you're local and you'll know who Mark is, excellent Santa Claus. He doesn't have to wear a fake beard. He has the real beard, and his wife dresses up, and he's got handmade costumes, and it's really good. And dressing up as Santa Claus has always been fun for me, but I haven't been able to for a while, so I'm a little excited. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, my Santa suit it was packed up, but it's been packed up for about 5 years. So I'm like, yeah, I got my Santa suit, no problem. I thought I would have to get a beard because I knew my beard was kind of messed up. So I open up the package. I get it out. And I told him yes, of course. I open up the package. I lay out my Santa suit, and I realize it's dirty as hell. It is dirty. The white was all dingy, like really dingy. I'm like, shit, I'm going to have to go buy another Santa suit. And this one cost me a pretty penny back in the day. So anyway, what we're going to talk about tonight is how I got it cleaned up. And I wish I had videotaped the whole thing. I'm only doing this because I'm wondering how many other people might have pulled out their Santa suit and realized, oh, wow, I can't wear this. I'm going to show you how I cleaned it. It's supposed to be dry clean only. And I'm like, I don't have time to get it dry clean now. So I'm on my own to either clean this one up or go out and spend another $700 to buy a new Santa suit. Oh, and yeah, I'm not going to wear that mask, by the way. That mask is just on the mannequin because I thought it was funny. First of all, let me give you the full view of the Santa suit, and then I'll tell you how I cleaned it. Okay, here's the full view, and I really had to redo it like top to bottom. It was almost like a toy restoration, honestly. We had a couple holes in it. Needle and thread took care of that, no problem. But as you can see, the white now it's gleaming. It's very nice. What I did was I took it up to my kitchen sink, and I spot cleaned the red as best as I could with some warm water and just a little tiny bit of Dawn dish detergent, just a little tiny bit. I had it in a cup with warm water and just a little sploop, and I used that to spot clean it. Did a really good job, no problem. But I got to the white. The white was terrible. It was all yellowed. It was gross. So I'm like, all right, well, I know this is dry clean only, but I don't have time to go to the dry cleaner. I'm better off just going out. So I fully plan on going out tomorrow and buying a new Santa suit so I could play Santa for these autistic kids. So I'm like, hey, what do I got to lose? So took it to the kitchen sink. I ran some warm water. I took some Dawn dish soap, and I wetted down just the white. I tried not to get it on the red. I just wetted down the white. I held it over the edge, wetted it down, put some Dawn dishwashing soap on there, hit it with warm water. I was afraid to go hot because hot water in this material doesn't go well. And I was really afraid that the red was going to bleed into the white. That was the problem, and I figured it was going to happen. But I was careful. I put the Dawn dishwashing liquid on the white, and then I massaged it in, for maybe about, 2-3 minutes. And I took the sprayer and I leaned it over, keeping the red away from the water. And I rinsed it out, squeegeed it a couple times on my hands. And this is what I got. It came out beautiful. And I really, really wish I would have taken a before picture, but I didn't realize it was going to come out so good. That's why I'm doing the video, just to let you guys know. So hopefully I'm explaining it good enough. So I did that with all the white, and like I said, I spot cleaned the red. It came out beautiful. The belt buckle, which you can't really see in this picture how gleaming it is. So let's go back to what we were looking at before. Okay, now it's right behind me. I will try to catch the light with it. I shined it up a little bit with some Brasso. It's a brass belt buckle, and it was gleaming. It was just, it was so tarnished. It was ugly. And I'm like, oh, I can't use that either. Well, Brasso took care of that. Shined it up, took me about 2 minutes. So this is me back in the day, probably, I'm thinking, I don't know, 2016 maybe? 2015, 2016, I'm not really sure. It was just a random picture from one of the adult parties that I did when I was DJing. And that's pretty much the suit in its full glory. It's a 3X, and I've lost some weight since then. I think I'm down about, I was down a lot more, but let's call it 98 pounds. I was down more than that, but obviously I gained some back. I'm still chubby. I'm not saying I'm skinny or anything like that, but I'm definitely not 320 anymore. But yeah, that's me wearing the costume. I got bought. Like I said, it was an adult party. That's why there's a bottle of Jack. Actually, I did a kids party that day, and then I went and I did an adult party whenever I DJ'd. So it was a lot of fun. I decided to throw that in there. But now I want to talk about the beard and the wig. That's the most important part, and that was actually the hardest part. So here's how I did that. So the wig I have right here, it's on a picture to keep its form. You see, it's nice and white. It was yellowed. It was dirty. It was nasty. It was nasty. I was convinced I'd have to go get another one. That's why I said, to hell with it, I'm just going to give it a try. So I put it on this pitcher to keep its form. You can use a coffee can or whatever fits up in there. I mean, if you have one of those the hairdresser's dummy heads, that'd be perfect. But in this case, it's on a little decorative pitcher. I put it on there, and I started hosing it down with warm water, and I used some baby shampoo from a friend of mine. A friend of mine said, hey, why don't you try baby shampoo? Why not? Okay, why not? So I tried it, and it actually worked. I mean, it got it. Look how white it is. It wasn't like that when I started, and it cleaned it. It made it really nice, and it's not quite dry yet, but I'm very happy with the way this came out. So just a little baby shampoo and warm water. Now the same went with the beard, which is over here. Here's the beard and mustache. This definitely has seen better days. This has been through a lot of parties and whatnot. But I did the same thing. I used the baby shampoo and warm water, not hot, because I guarantee you hot water would probably screw this up. And I'm in the process of combing it out. I'm probably going to make my wife do it when she gets home. But as you can see, I mean, look how white it came out. It looks really, really good. The strap on the back, it's still there, so I didn't have to do anything with that. But I seriously was just going to throw it in the garbage. It's almost dry, too. But I was just shocked at how clean everything came, how white it all got with what I did. So maybe that'll help you guys. Hey, here's this.
空箱口水，空箱口水，空箱口水。The canvas is not his wing, you're pulling on your wing.
That's a video from a few years ago. I went out on the bike. And actually, it was Christmas Day. I only went out because it was very nice weather. I live in Pennsylvania. And, to get a nice day on Christmas, it's usually rainy. We don't really get our snow till after Christmas. Our white Christmases are far and few between, but they do happen occasionally. Anyway, this particular day, I jumped on the bike and just wanted to go for a ride as Santa Claus because I just thought it'd be fun. I drove around for a little bit. I went through this housing development up over the hill from where I'm at. And this old biker guy comes out flagging me down. Like, the guy was like limping and everything. He was old. He's probably about 80 years old. And he stopped me, and he just wanted his grandchildren to see Santa. And I really wasn't ready for it. I was just out being obnoxious like I like to do sometimes. So the kids come out, and there's about 8 kids. There's 8 grandchildren, everything like that. And he's like, see, I told you Santa Claus drove a Harley. And I'm thinking, okay, I told him, I said, dude, it's not a Harley. It's a Kawasaki. And wait a minute, I'm not Santa Claus either. So, all right, screw it. But it was a lot of fun. It made that guy's day. He tried to give me like $50. I wouldn't take it. Christmas Day. No, making his kids happy was fun for me. So anyway, I just threw this video together real quick for you guys, just in case you want to know how to like emergency clean a Santa suit if you have something going on. If you have one in your closet and you decide you want to use it. I'm always spontaneous, so I always end up doing stuff last minute, which is what this job's going to be. Well, it's not a job. I'm doing it for free, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the kids react and have fun and have gifts and stuff for them, and it's just going to be a great time. But this suit, like I said, I bought it back in 2009, I believe. So it's quite old. And I was totally prepared to go out and buy another one tomorrow. But now I don't have to. You know me, I like to be frugal. I like to be cheap, whatever you want to call it. But it really came to life. It really came nice and clean. The boots, I did throw together the boots. I've had them sitting around for a while. I polished them up and put some fringe on the top. It's I'm sure you could figure that out on your own. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope it helps you guys, and I'm sure I'll talk to you before Christmas, but if I don't, you don't check out none of my videos, Merry Christmas. Like and subscribe. You know, all that normal stuff. Anyway, take care. Bye.
It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.